Afternoon, guys. How are we doing? Right, let me just check. Where's my husband? Mike, where are you? Cool. Otherwise, I'll spend the next 20 minutes or so just looking for you, so that's brilliant. I have no idea how you follow that. I was backstage looking at Sean, like, I'm off. Thank you for an amazing introduction, Katie, and what an amazing presentation. If you don't feel massively inspired after that, then you're dead in here. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Sneddon, and I think the reason I've been asked to come and speak is just to say you don't have to be a Gen Y in this business. Thank the Lord. But you know what? Please, please don't underestimate these guys. They are in this business for the long haul. And they deserve to be too. And as Katie said, they work hard and they play hard, and I'm absolutely honoured to be in Team Rhino, even though I'm not a Gen Y. So thanks, guys. Do you know what? I've been looking around this huge place today, and how many mums and kids are there? It's just so inspiring to see. So, and mums to be as well. There's like beautiful, blooming, pregnant women everywhere in here. So I just want to take 2 seconds. Oh gosh, yeah, thanks, babe. If you're a mum, whether you're a mum of small children or older children, or a mum to be, just stand up for me, just for 1 second. Look at that, guys. Look around you. Give yourselves a massive high five, because this business is about you guys and about your kids. Well done. And you know what? You guys deserve the best. So I'm not excluding the men, so apologies for that. But you know, I am a mum, and I want to inspire other mums in this business. I want to inspire everybody, but I want to inspire mums, because we have a thing that goes on that when you become a wife and a mother, or a mother at all, you become bottom of that priority list. Every day you do things for everybody else first. And it's just the way it is. It's fine. But for the next 20 minutes, I want you, if you're a mum in this business, think about you, okay? Yes, have the kids in the back of your mind, but stop thinking about all the things that you could be doing, because you're here and you came for a reason. So I'm talking right just for this 1 minute, just to the mums. Just think about why you came. Think about who you left the kids with or whatever. You did that for a reason. And at the end of my little section, I want you to walk away from here knowing you can do anything that you want to do. Anything. Okay, so a little bit about me and why I think I've got, the ability to help you believe that. I'm 37 years old. I said to the lady backstage, she said, "What kind of makeup do you want?" I said, "If you can make me look 27, that would be awesome." We're all after that. I was born in Ireland, and I grew up in Newcastle, which is in the northeast of England. And I've been married to the most amazing man on the planet, my husband Mike, for almost 10 years. So we're treating this as a little bit of a 10th anniversary do. So yeah, he's there in the front, and I love you to bits. I've got a stepdaughter who's 16, my daughter Molly, who is 6, and my son Shay, who was actually turned 4. So there is a new Shay in this business. And I built my business to National Marketing Director while I worked full-time. I used to work 14, 15-hour days, look after the children, run a household, all the stuff that everybody in this room is probably doing too. So don't make yourself excuses about why you haven't got time to do something, because you have got time. You make the time. There's 24 hours in a day. What you do with them is up to you. I used to travel all over the UK and abroad. I've had the privilege to be in Arizona before. I never thought I'd get the chance to come back, so I'm delighted to be here, and to be here in front of all these people is just mind-blowing. But I was really busy. But I was happy. I wasn't looking for something else. I was happily married. I was very fortunate to, we both had good careers and we survived the recession together. And so I wasn't down and out broke, but there was always too much month at the end of the money. I was too old to be putting that card in the credit card machine and crossing my fingers that it was, going to make the worry noise. I didn't want that anymore. But the thing I want you to take away from it is I'm just like you. I'm just like the people that you know. I'm not anything special. I'm just a normal, hard-working mum. That's it. The product, for me, I don't even need to tell the people in this room how amazing this product is. It's rock solid, bulletproof. It's changed my life. Yeah, that's me on the left with my daughter. It's also me on the right, so that's fortunate. Thank you, Juice Plus. That was healthy living, though. I changed the way I lived my life. And what the product gave me was energy. It gave me time at the end of the day to be able to go to the gym because I felt more energy. I wasn't collapsing on the sofa at 8 o'clock at night after I put the kids to bed. So now I can get to the gym and I can do all the things that I wanted to do, and that's what Juice Plus did for me, amongst a million other things, but it gave me back that energy and it gave me back some me time. And I think it's really important to be specific when you talk to people about the product, about the effect it's had on you. Because Katie said before that, I think she was talking about colds. Don't say, yes, it's going to cure everything you've got. All I ever talk about is how I feel, what it's done for me, because nobody can argue with that, because that's your experience. So I fit more into my day. I have great fun with my kids now, because I'm not tired anymore. I'm not grumpy at them as much anymore. I'm still human. I don't fall asleep at 9 o'clock. And I use my weekends now to have fun with the kids. I go to bed now because it's late, not because I'm tired. It's a massive difference for a mum, you trust me. So some of you might have identified with that, but also my family's health, and this is really important to everybody, young, old, whatever age you are. My kids eat more vegetables. I don't worry about that side of their life at all, because they have those chewables every morning before they go to school. So I don't have to stand over them and force feed them stuff that they don't want, because I know that they are getting a healthy diet. My husband, is more active and works out for longer periods of time. His asthma is pretty much gone. Little things that, affected our daily life are much better. He's actually a much happier guy as well, which is awesome. My mum has had everything possible wrong with her that you could have, and I put her on she doesn't even really still get it. I'm like, are you still taking Juice Plus? Yeah. Is it doing anything? I don't know. I went for a 9-mile walk today, though. You keep taking them, Mum. This woman didn't used to get out of bed till lunchtime. My parents, my brothers, my sisters, my friends, my in-laws, everybody that I love most in the world takes this product. So for anybody who says to me that they don't get it, they don't understand it, I wouldn't give something that I wasn't 100% sure about to the people that I love most in the world. And I think, not just that, you've got a responsibility to those people. My father died when I was 16, had a massive, unexplained heart attack, but he was overweight. Brought up in an environment where you ate what was on your plate. That was the most devastating thing that ever happened to our family, and I'm not going to allow that, what happened to me, to happen to my kids. So the best chance I've got of doing that is giving them a healthy life and making sure that Mike and I are around so that they're looking after us in our old age, on our yacht. So I used this experience to build my business. I felt fit, I felt healthy, and I started to look blooming fabulous. So that's what I called my business, Fit, Healthy, Fabulous. And I shared that with everybody. I just told everybody, because I was like, everybody should feel this great. Why not? So that's how I built my product business. You've got to be credible, you've got to walk the walk, you've got to live it, and you've got to feel it, because people buy you. They don't buy Juice Plus, they buy you. So you be credible and you be real and you talk honestly to people about how you feel and how your kids feel and how your parents feel or whatever. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a specialist in anything. But I have got a massive, successful Juice Plus business that I'm only just starting because people believed in me and I believed in them. So that's what it's about. I'm just a busy working mum and I found a product. Does that sound like any of you? Does that sound like any of you? I'm turning into Katie. Awesome. So the business, and people, want to know my business story as well. I just want to tell you a little anecdote of when I realized that there was a couple of what I call sliding doors moments, or, light bulb moments of when I realized that this business opportunity was life-changing. And it was last August, and Mike and myself and the kids were in the Lake District, beautiful, beautiful part of England, on a last-minute holiday that we were able to take thanks to this business, because the year before that we wouldn't have been able to afford a holiday in the school holidays. And my little boy was 3, and I was standing by this lake, and he walked up behind me, and he just put his little hand in mine. In fact, it was down here. And in that moment, I just realized that that little hand was going to be a big man's hand, and I was missing it all. So I went home from that holiday and I resigned from that corporate career. Yeah. And you can do the same. I joined the business to earn a little bit of money for Christmas. This is so funny now, but it was. And that's what you've got to remember. However successful you are, the reason why you started, because this business is, what attracts people to it is the opportunity to earn decent money part-time that fits around whatever else they're doing. So you talk about $500 to $1,000 a month part-time. That's achievable, but it's desirable too. Who doesn't want that? Who wouldn't that change their life? I still want that. I want another $1,000 a month, every month, forever. And as I said, 8 months later, I resigned from that 15-year career. So as a result of that, I now spend 25 hours a week more with my children. That's a full day every single week, because I've taken them out of before and after school. But even better than that, I was able to allow my husband to do the same. So he's... And do you know what? The difference this has made to Mike is probably one of the most incredible parts of this story. Because I've watched him every day. So he finished in December. So I've watched him every day since then just relax more. The lines have gone from his face. The stress has gone from his life. He's able to spend time with the children that every parent wants to do, every dad wants to do, and I was able to give him that gift. This business was able to give him that gift. So I feel incredibly fortunate that I was able to do that for the person that I love most in the world. So you do that for the people that you love too, and look what can happen. So babe, I love you. Well done. So now at 50 hours a week more with the kids. My 25 and his 25. And I used to resent what I did for a living. It paid the bills, but it took away the time from what I wanted to do. And now this is what I want to do. So my job, it's not a job, but it is what I want to be doing. It's a passion. I never call this a job. It's not a job, is it? Look at this. Is anybody working today? Taxman asks, I'm working. But yeah, this is fun, guys. Okay, so all that's great. Bully for you, Emma, well done. Want to tell us how you did it? Do you want to know how I did it? It's not just how I did it, though, I'm going to share with you how you can do it, okay? I learned from the guys who were successful. There's no secret to this, guys. It's just looking at the people who were doing well, do what they did. So I looked at Alex, looked at Rob and his event work ethic, looked at Katie and the social media and the fun that she had. John Holloway, he said, stand over there. I stood over there. John Holloway, he said, put an event on there. I put an event on there. Read that book, watch that film, read that YouTube clip. I did it because he was really successful. So find someone who's successful and do what they're doing. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, guys. There's people doing this business. So the social media part, I'm not going to dwell on this because Katie covered this phenomenally, but the point of including it was that you don't have to be 24, 25 to use social media. Get yourselves on Facebook. Because if you're not doing it, you're missing out, guys. You could be watching what we're doing every single day of the week from 9, 10, 11, 12,000 miles away. Instead of scratching your heads and wondering, look at it, it's out there every day. I post on Facebook 6, 7, 8, 9 times a day, not once a week. And then go, oh, nobody replied to that. Nobody replies, post again. Nobody likes it, nobody must have seen it. Quick, post again. I see people here and they go, I don't even need to ask how you are. I know everything about what you're doing. So these are like kind of product posts, and I'll read just like the one on your left, that's my little girl. So I'll just, on there it just says, breakfast in the Sneddon household is a juice plus shake affair. Looks like a chemistry lesson. Teaching Molly all about fruit and veg, it's really important. But it's fun. And then I always tag myself in the gym, and I said lead by example, but I've also put one there, clothes shopping when you're happy with your body is a lot easier. It's true, isn't it? But I also do exactly what Katie does, because it worked for her and is working for her. And the other guys in the team are incredible at this. So learn from them. Talk about the lifestyle, talk about the business. If you're at an event, you tag yourself in the event, you tag your friends in the event, you take a photograph. Make people feel like they're missing out on something. Because they are, if they're not there. But talk about stuff, celebrate people's success. And I've put one here about Mike and I at the bottom. It just says, spending all day with my best friend. That's why all my friends are at work in jobs that they hate. It doesn't talk about the business. It's just saying that's what I'm doing. Events are so important. And who was at John and James's session yesterday in here? John Holloway and James Lavelle. Wasn't it brilliant? Talk about feeling like you missed out on something, guys. If you weren't at that, you really did miss out on something. In June 2013, I was a sales coordinator. I had customers in Newcastle, where I used to live. It's 200 miles from where I lived. Remember, I was working full-time as well. So I went up there, and I put an event on with John. And I personally invited 150 people to that event. Inboxed, message, text, whatever. And 15 people came. So 10% of the people that I personally invited. People I used to go to school with. Who really cares about the other people that didn't come? So one of those people was Joanne Eldred, National Marketing Director, front row, 39 Club, mum of 2 sets of twins. I'll just say that one more time, 2 sets of twins. So don't tell me you haven't got time to do this business. 4 months to National Marketing Director. Well done, babe. Stand up. Stand up. Another event I put on was at home, in my house. A little in-home event, Quite early on, didn't really know what I was doing. I think about 7 or 8 people came. James Lavelle was one of them. 8 people. He's now 100 Club, National Marketing Director, one of the most wicked, funny men you'll ever meet. James, you stand up for us. So what I'm telling you that for is because you focus on the people who come to your events. You don't focus on the people who don't. Because a Joanne might turn up or a James might turn up. And if you're looking over there worrying about why people didn't come, you're not looking at those guys and focusing on what they're doing. So those 2 people, plus a whole load of other people, but those 2 people changed my business overnight like that. So it's worth it. Thanks, guys. Events are crucial, and I'm going to run through this one quickly, but you do it again, and then you do it again, and then guess what? Do it again. If nobody turns up, you put a post on Facebook, awesome event, really wicked, had a great night, and then you do it again. And people will come. This is just 1 week. So when I talk about work ethic, we put on, like I said, that event in Newcastle had 15 people. The first event we did in Sheffield had 60. And these 4 events this week, that week, were over 500 people. The thing to do is keep it to an hour, and I think Katie mentioned this as well. But make it something you would want to go to. This is a part-time business opportunity. If you're taking people out of something for 3, 4, 5 hours on a Saturday away from their kids, they're not going to believe that they can do it too. So make it something you would want to go to. That Gen Y thing last night was like one of our events. So if that worked, it was like one of our events after. Just hanging around, loads of music, loads of fun. That's what it's like. Make it fun. Invite people personally. Do a poster. And I don't mean like something off PowerPoint. I mean, get somebody who knows what they're doing to do a proper poster that looks good. Play some music. What was it like before we were all coming on and the music was on and the atmosphere was coming? And that's what it's about. How you felt then is how you feel before an event. Keep it to an hour. Present the business opportunity. The product is amazing, but you have got to tell people about this business opportunity. And I don't mean tag it on the end. I mean tell them about it properly. Tell them what the opportunity really is. And don't get bogged down in the product detail. Use your experience over knowledge. Like I said, I'm not a scientist, so I don't start talking about the science. I don't understand it, because you don't need to. It's all on the internet for you. And stories are key. Use the people there to tell the story for you. Don't just talk yourself. Get other people to do it too. And the other thing was clubs. Focus on your clubs. That's what builds your business. Getting to National Marketing Director is really important, and it's an achievement. But the clubs in this business are what give you the longevity and the sustainability. So you really need to focus on those, and we focus on those. And the most important thing is make sure your downline do the same, because what happens if they do? You get more clubs too, don't you? So teach to teach. Good solid structure is imperative. I'm not in this for like a year or 2. I'm in this forever. I am, forever. So in 12 months, 10 months, I got 100 clubs. So I got my 100 club 10 months after I started. 2 months later, I'm now, I think, 254 club. Because that's what we did. We taught other people how to do it. And celebrate success. This is so important. So, guys, if you're on this, that's some of the guys in my team in the last month or so. So I want you to stand up if you hear your name. Kaylee Jean, National Marketing Director. Rachel Allen, National Marketing Director. Where is she? Scott Henley, National Marketing Director, 39 Club. Joanne Eldred, National Marketing Director, 39 Club. Jay Bates, 100 Club, National Marketing Director. And James Lavelle, National Marketing Director, 100 Club. Well done, guys. Smashed it. Because you know what? This business is not about me, it's about them. And I've always made it about them. Because if they get what they want, I get everything that I want. To do it for the people in your team. So the last little bit I want to just talk through is what really helped me to succeed was total belief. So why are you here? What made you come? Friday, you might have had to take time off work. You probably had to get the kids looked after. So something made you come here. You want more. Everybody wants more. If you want more, you've got to go and get it. You have got to make it happen. Because you know what? This business is the same for everybody. The product is the same for everybody. The marketing plan you've got is the same for everybody. The only difference, the only variable in that is you. So if you're not getting the success that you want, if you're not achieving the things that you want to achieve, maybe you need to do something a little bit differently. Because that's the only difference, it's you. I'm a real believer in you can do anything you want. You can achieve everything that you want to. Stop looking at where you've been, stop making excuses, stop looking back and thinking, oh, but I've got, oh, but yeah. Think of it like running the gauntlet. If I've got to run from here to there, and people are throwing at things at me all the way, I'm focusing right there at the back of the room, and I'm running, and I'm running, and I'm running, and I'm running, and I don't care what gets in my way, because I'm going to get there. You need to run that gauntlet if you want this business to change your life. So go for it. I never doubted myself, not once. I never believed I wouldn't do it. I knew from the minute I joined this business I would be a national marketing director. I knew I would be a 100 club. I knew I would have a long-term sustainable business, and I want you to believe that about yourself, because if you don't believe it, no one else is going to believe it. Your team won't believe it about themselves. So right now, tell yourself, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to get the things that I want, I'm going to do the things that I want, and I'm going to have everything that I want. Say yes! Say yes. Because do you know what? You blooming deserve it, don't you? We all do. Stop telling yourself you don't deserve it, because you do. And you know what? When everyone thinks you're bonkers, keep going. Because this is what will happen. And I'm going to mention a guy here who changed my concept of this business like that. Last June, I was a sales coordinator, and I was sitting in an event much smaller than this, but in a regional event in Dublin as a sales coordinator. And Gordon Hester stood on the stage, and I was, making notes. I didn't know anybody, really. I knew John and Vicky, and that was probably about it. And he said, I've lost track of the number of full-time moms, I've even written mom, the number of full-time mums who've joined this business and become millionaires. So Gordon Hester, if you stand up for me, I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Good, thank you.
Because he taught me in that split second that this is not a hobby. This is a business opportunity. It's not a hobby. And from that moment, I thought, if there are millionaire mums in this business, I am going to be one of them. And I'm not yet, mate, but I am on my way. And in that very same event, I did this, and Katie talked about vision, and this is kind of pretty much my final slide, but almost. Vision boards for me, I didn't really believe in them at first. I thought it was a little bit, not really my thing. Don't have time to cut out pictures and make it look pretty, but this is what my vision boards look like. Because I'm a mum, I haven't got time to do, fancy stuff. So I draw a circle and I write around it what I want to do. And in the left, is it your left? May 2013. Every single thing I've put on my vision boards has come true. So I wrote on there, 3 STDs by August. I went 39 club in August. Family holiday in Dubai, booked. QNMD by October. I went NMD in October. So I started to think a little bit bigger, because these things were happening. So by January 2014, so only a couple of months ago, I wrote down some goals. Joanne Eldred, 39 club for Arizona. Done. James DeVal, 100 club. Done. Totally debt-free. Done. 5 new NMDs. Done. 100 club world record. Done. £1 million pay line. Done. So do you know what? However big you think you're thinking, you've got to think bigger than that, guys. Because I thought that was pretty big, and that was by the end of the year. It's only April. So in your head, you think done, done, done. Write it down, make it happen, and do it with your team. Because that's celebrating success. That's 24 hours on my Facebook posted by Simon Bowler, success after success after success. Because they know what they're doing, they know what they want, and they're all going after it. So you make it about your team. Because if you quit, imagine if I'd quit, had a bad day, didn't do it anymore. None of the people on there would have had the things that they want, or potentially not. So I owed it to them to believe in myself and to believe in them. And you owe it to your team too. So the last little bit I'm going to finish with, and I'm talking again to the older generation a little bit. Sorry, guys. But what this business, for me, has done is that at my age, you know, I was 36 when I joined the business, you don't really have that luxury of dreaming anymore. Not really. You get married, you have children, you have a mortgage, you get bills. Your priorities change. And the dreams that you had in your teens and your 20s, they kind of get parked, and you forget about them because they become the dreams of your children, or the dreams that you have for other people. And you forget about you a little bit. I want you to remember you. Think about you and what those dreams were, how you felt when you were 18 and you had the world at your feet. Because this business gives you those dreams back. At whatever age you are, whatever background you've got, whatever nationality you are, however much money you have, none of those things matter. So get your dreams back, dig them out, make them happen, because you deserve this opportunity. Don't waste it. And you know what? You owe it to the people that you love to enable them to do the same. Live their dreams, because do you know what? If I can do it, you can do it. Thank you very, very much indeed.